So it is Guru Tattva, the power that unites a soul with the Supreme Soul. So this knowledge is initially crucial, it is critical for an aspiring soul like you and I. So Sri Maharaji tells us that God, Tasmin Stajjane Bheda Bhavad Narad Bhakti Darshan, Tasmin God, and those who have attained God are one and the same. They both possess the same number of powers, exactly the same powers. Yes. So God has possesses 8 distinct divine qualities. Apahrita Pakma Vijaro Vimrityur Vishoko Vijighatso Pipasah Satyakamah Satya Sankalpah. 8 divine qualities that God bestows upon the saint, and because of that, after having attained those qualities from God, the saint becomes one with God. One with God. Acharya Mam Vijaniyan. So Sri Maharaji tells us that he becomes one with God. And although God is the supreme beloved of all the saints, yet from the point of view or from the perspective of our spiritual welfare, our spiritual benefit, the importance of the role of the Guru rather is important and more beneficial to us as the individual soul. And Tulsidas Ji has described 2 examples in connection with this philosophy. Ram Sindhu Ghana Sajjana Dhira Chandana Aru Hari Santa Samira Ram Te Adhika Ram Karadasa. So Tulsidas Ji, the first example that he quotes is that just as the sandalwood tree, it is so fragrant, its fibers are so fragrant and they have so much perfume. But how do we receive the perfume? It is only because of the circulation of the air. If there's a vacuum, then we cannot receive the perfume. It is because the breeze transfers the perfume to us. And that is how we conceive the perfume of the sandalwood fibers of the tree. In the same way, the clouds bring the water from the ocean in the form of rainwater. If there are no clouds, how could we get any rain? So, although God and saint are one, yet the saint plays an important role in the life of an individual soul right from the very moment that soul embarks on the journey to God until the point of God realization. The saint is the one who serves the soul through and through, does everything for the soul. So, yes, they are one and the same, yet the saint is the one who unites the soul with the Supreme Soul, God. And just as God is more important, more loving to the saint than his very own soul, in the same way, the saint is more loving to God than his soul. The saint and God, they take one form, only one. So, those 8 qualities God bestows upon the saint, and then the saint becomes one with God. So the first quality is apahrita papma, means virtue and vice, righteousness and unrighteousness. All of these regulations of the Vedas, they do not apply in the realm of God. God says that they do not touch me. I am far and beyond, above and beyond virtue and vice and righteousness and unrighteousness. So Sri Maharaji gives us an analogy. Just like the powerhouse, it sends a current of electricity through the live wires. And if anyone touches the live wires, then what happens? That person will get pulled in. And if another person comes into contact with the person who is in direct contact with that live wire, then that person also gets pulled in. So Sri Maharaji tells us that the saint becomes one with God by virtue of receiving and attaining all of these 8 qualities. So God says, they do not touch me, virtue and vice. No, I am beyond. And after having received these qualities, the saint becomes one with God. And the next quality, there's another important quality, Satya Sankalpa. Satya Sankalpa means whatever God resolves, it happens. He just thinks, there shall be creation, done. He smiles, and infinite planetary systems, they come into existence. He holds his breath, and there is dissolution. He doesn't have to do anything. No, he doesn't have to perform any action as such, none whatsoever. He just resolves, and it happens. So these qualities God gives to the saint. And also, God bestows his perfect knowledge. We hear Satta Chitta Ananda. Chitta means knowledge. God is all-knowing. Yaha sarvagyaha sarvavedyasya jnana mayam tapaha. God is all-knowing, he's omniscient. And so he bestows perfect knowledge upon the saint. And he is all blissful. According to the Vedas, raso vaisaha rasagvam hivayam labdhvanandi bhavati. Anando brahmeti vyajanat anandadhyeva khalvimani bhutani jayante anandena jatani jivanti anandam prayanti abhisam vishanti. Anand evadhastat, anand uparishtat, anandah purastat, anandah paschat, ananda uttaratah, anando dakshinatah, anand eve dagvam sarvam. God is the embodiment, personified bliss.